Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Convoy. It's actually a lot more fun than it might originally look right here. Do you like Madmax? Do you like FTL or Faster Than Light? This is a combination of those two, and I like it quite a bit. It's actually very addicting, and I'm going to be showing this to you. Yes, I have a few links in the description below. Was I gifted this game? Yes, I was, by the company that made it. So therefore, there is that. And if you wanted to take advantage of some of the discounts that I might have available, I have a couple of affiliate or partner links down below. One for Green Man Gaming, and I think the other one is for Humble Bundle. So let's actually start a new game, and I can show you a little bit about this, because it's a little bit of a harsh learning curve if you're not understanding of it in the tutorial. I have to say is okay, but not the best. So we're gonna jump in with a new game here. Here we are. You get to start off. If you've completed different parts of the game, you can choose different ships in this, if you're familiar with FTL, but in this case it's going to be different vehicles to start with. You basically have your convoy, the one in the center, that you need to protect. Your ship has crashed, and you need to try and go out and salvage parts. There's lots of this story that you can spend time to read on, but I'm just going to kind of summarize so that you guys can see more of the gameplay. Now, we also have a couple escort vehicles. These are your basic damage dealers. This one here comes pre-equipped with this, an EMP blaster, which will stun enemy vehicles as well as remove their shields for a short time. Then you've got Unit 1, Unit 2. These come with different kinds of vehicle weapon upgrades and such. And you can see the different colors. This has like these little gray and white upgrade slots. This one over here has a couple red upgrade slots. This one has a red and a yellow. Therefore, you're able to include upgrades of only those specific color types for this. Of course, you can always, roll these black bucket, night 5, random task, smoky rat, perfect. Fox, I don't even know what that is. Orange, no, come on. Pink duck, there you go, that's much better. And this last one, hard coffin. I like that. Smoky Rack, Pink Duck, and Hard Coffin. We're going with those ones. And these are my only selections because I haven't really played too much into the game, but it is a lot of fun, and I thought I'd enjoy or share this with you. So let's continue on, and you can always, change these things out in your beginning base. And this is where it tells you you can choose your convoy vehicle, which when this dies, you die. Everything ends. These guys are somewhat expendable, but obviously if you run out of them, then you're pretty screwed, so you don't want to do that. But let's continue on here. I'm going to keep it on easy because, well, I'm a noob to the game. There is the option to take off pausing and warnings and stuff for upcoming obstacles, which can be very dangerous. And honestly, I think the no warnings thing is a little bit much in my mind, because you should be able to see in front of your vehicle. But we're going to keep these as they are. You start off with 75 units of fuel and 100 parts pieces, which they just represented by screws. There are different resources and stuff that you'll want to collect as you go. So let's pause the game. Holding spacebar, I can just tapping spacebar, I can pause it. We can open the map and go into all sorts of stuff. We've got our different stats. Smoky Rat, which is, I think this one here. Hard Coffin, which is down here. And Pink Duck, our main area here. If you look on the bottom left here, we have our EMP blaster. This is the special ability. I have to actually select and use this. Each one of these I can technically have moving in different areas by clicking them, telling them to go in different areas. If there's enemies on the screen, I can actually have them shoot these enemies and so on. But for now, you can see they start doing it. If you think about it, this is actually a grid. You don't see the grid, but if you use your main escort or your main vehicle here as an example, it takes up 2 squares on the grid. It never goes up or down, forwards or backwards. It always is in the center of the screen. Everything is going to have to go around it. So, enemy comes in front. Obviously, it's not going to be able to stop this thing because it's just so darn big, but it can be difficult. Obviously, you've got some shields here. You've got health bar and so on. You've got physical representations of the weapons that they have currently equipped. And we're going to click to open the map, and we'll come back to this type of screen in a moment. So, clicking on the map. This is where we are. Welcome to Convoy. After flying through an asteroid field, your spaceship was forced to make an emergency landing on the planet, Omek Prime, due to critical damage to its primary systems. The captain has ordered you to traverse the planet in search of replacement parts. Obtaining these will allow the spaceship to continue its mission. And I can continue on or do this. And your objectives will be different depending, each gameplay. These are the extra part bays that you've got down at the bottom, and your different factions on here. The Raiders, which are if you're familiar with the Firefly franchise, they're pretty much the bad guys, the Raiders on there that you really want to stay away from. They're absolute nuts. Torvac, which are kind of like the Borg, and then you've got your Privateers, which they're just out there to try and shoot things and destroy stuff. They're kind of nuts, but they're all bad in some way, shape, or form. But you might be able to make friends here and again. Your main objectives: these are the different parts that you're going to want to get for your ship. In this case, a blue chip, a hyperdrive stabilizers, omnidirectional boosters, self-sealing stem bolts. You can click on these and check out all the information about each one of them if you want. So you've got here, negotiation is out of the question. Your only option is to attack him and fight through numerous waves of grunts before facing his massive engine of destruction. That sounds horrifying. Hyperdrive stabilizers. Man with access to hyperdrive stabilizers frequents the Sasiak Tea House. You should head over and look for him there. A tea house sounds much safer to me, because you can get into some serious trouble in here. You could try striking a deal with them, but unless you have an exceptional number of parts, buying them seems out of the question. Oh, okay, so we might be able to buy something from them. Well, we've got points of interest nearby. Spaceship Mercury, which is your ship. The nearest camp, which is an area you can stop to repair. Both of these are areas that you can repair and shop for goods, or sell the ones that you've collected. So let's actually just continue on, see what it says. The captain wants you to collect the following parts and bring them to the ship, which I described here. Omek Prime is a world filled with danger. 3 factions fight for control of the planet: Privateers, Raiders, and Torvac. Managing to survive in this harsh world, where most arguments are settled with violence, is key to your success. And you can ask about the different factions and your objectives, and it will give you a lot more detail than what you have here. But I'm going to skip that, because I'm living on the edge. So, nope, let's go. And this is your little convoy here. This is your ship. If I wanted to, I could actually click here, get a little bit closer, and then I can choose camp at the top right. And I can actually go into a camp menu. I can shop with my 100 parts and 75 fuel that I start with. I can repair my vehicles if I need to by clicking on them. This one specifically has a couple slots for upgrades. I can actually spend monies right now, 10 parts for your level 1s to upgrade this vehicle's abilities. As you upgrade further, which I will actually show you here, armor, let's increase this. You can see the price goes up. Each level goes up a lot more. You can always right click to undo those, but once you confirm, it is permanent. In this case, my number one problem is handling. If I can't get out of the way of an object that is coming in my direction quickly, you could lose an entire vehicle. I feel this is one of the most important things potentially that you could have. So spending at least a point there is well worth it in my mind. When you're done, obviously if this thing has any damage to its shields or its health overall, you can actually repair this for a slight fee. You can drag your items over here and sell them, but for now we're just going to go over and check out each of these ones here. They've got this other part here, a cannon. See, the first time that I played this, I lost this vehicle in the first foray. It was very bad. I'm going to spend a little bit of money on handling just to increase the speed with which they respond to turning directions. If only because I think that that's really important. If you go to your main convoy, your main vehicle here, you can actually, increase its stats, but just health and armor. It doesn't have handling or range. Its cannon currently will actually reach pretty much the whole map. So you don't really need to worry about that too much. But a mine guard might be helpful if you have a guy that's out front just dropping mines because your vehicle doesn't move. That could be really, really bad. Really, really bad. So I'm actually going to put a point there just to start with. I know I'm using a little bit of my money. I don't like to get it down too low, but yeah, we'll see. What's in the shop? At this point, we could buy what? We could buy fuel. I don't think there's anything else that we can buy. There's nothing in the shop. The right stuff, the right price. But we just started, so that's not a big surprise. And when you're ready to go, you just leave the camp. Now on this screen here, we can see where the objectives are. If we want to go after this crazy army of nutsoid peoples, that's 235 kilometers southwest. You can see the little arrow here. If you want to go to the stabilizers, 208. Omnidirectional boosters, 206. Self-sealing stem bolts, 175. They're all pretty much at the edge of the map, more or less. Where's the nearest camp? Of course, it's nowhere near the others. That's kind of a bummer. It's only 120 kilometers this way, though, and we might run into things along the way. So I might actually do that to start with, and then we could potentially go with maybe like the stabilizers, because that's the tea house, right? Yeah, why not? So let's head down to the nearest camp, and I just right-click. And as you start going over heavier terrain, your vehicle will slow down. The amount of time that you're traveling actually will tend to be a little bit dependent upon you might get random encounters as you're out here. Like these are definitely points of interest, different encounters you may encounter, for lack of a better term. Let's go over to this one, as it's not too far, and I might encourage it to actually do something. You see a sign in the distance. Drive closer, ignore it. Let's drive closer. The sign reads, "Free trading ahead. Follow the directions. Leave, there's no such thing." Let's follow the directions. In the distance, you see a group of traders parked by the road. Ask about the free trading. One of the merchants claims, "You're free to trade anything here," explaining it is mostly a marketing trick. So, want to buy anything? Oh wow, look at this. An EMP blaster. I have one already. Light rocket artillery. That's not bad. A chainsaw. That's not bad either. Curse your marketing shenanigans. I think I'm actually going to get more rocket artillery. That's fabulous. And how far away is the nearest camp now? That is, come on, let's go with this. The Mercury is 77, and the camp is 54. So we might actually head for the nearest camp, because I think that's going to be a little bit easier to get to equip that item. You can see down here it's actually equipped on my screen, and I have a vehicle that can have 2 weapons on it. So I'm eager to attach this. Sand, why did it have to be sand? I have no idea what that was about. Sometimes you just get really random weird things. I could go over to this point of interest, but I think at this point I'm just most interested in equipping my vehicle with the new weapon that we just got. So this one here has 2 red slots, and this being a red weapon, we're just gonna put that right on there. And now they've got rocket launchers and a light machine gun. Nice. All right. And I don't think I need much else. I am considering getting some fuel. Actually, I might buy a little bit of fuel. I'm not getting a lot of encounters. Usually by now I've run into like 3 or 4. So let's check out these stabilizers. 304 kilometers up here. Well, we might as well head up and see what we can find. We got to the encampment. We actually found 2 in a way. Ran into that trader outpost. There we go. This stretch of desert has quite a lot of sand. The other bits of desert have loads as well, but this area looks particularly sandy. Okay. It's got a little bit of tongue-in-cheek humor here. Let's investigate the sand. It gets everywhere. Anything else? It's rough. Okay, it's just a joke in this case. It's trolling me at this point. I think we need to get into a combat soon. So let me see what we run into heading all the way up here. There's another point of interest over there. 203, 200. Ooh, there's a big city over here. What's that about? Oh, never mind. You come across a lone man wearing what seems to be a sandwich sign. Approach him. Turns out the man was wearing explosives underneath the sandwich sign as he promptly blows up when you get in range. Why? Oh... That's just rude. And so everybody has taken a little bit of damage. There is a little bit of randomness to it, but it's rather forgiving in my mind, at least in this state that I've currently been in, 140 kilometers. I hope that I have the opportunity of getting some fuel soon. I should have probably hit here on the way. In fact, let's stop at this point of interest. See what's here. A single privateer vehicle approaches your convoy. All those green hexes were privateer land. It's trying to open communications. It does not appear to have any weapons whatsoever. Let's hear what he has to say. The vehicle identifies itself as the Thriftwood Mighty Privateer. He claims that rhyming insult fighting is a big thing in these parts. It challenges you to a fight. A rap battle? Challenge accepted, Mr. Thriftwood. You have no time for this. Sure. The privateer exclaims, "You can't match my witty repartee." The be a good dog sit stay. What's up with you? Wait, what? Rubber, you are glue. I could have used a breast spray. What? Can't match my witty repartee. They're all a... Oh, repartee. Okay, so I'm saying repartee. Sure, that makes no sense, whatever, the privateer exclaims. You're obviously not fit to roam this desert. Goodbye, good sir. Well, what do you expect? What a strange man. Some of these encounters are just really weird. That was actually one of the interesting ones. Okay, several vehicles approach your convoy. Through the kicked up sand, you manage to spot the unmistakable marks of the local privateers. Supercharge engines to escape? I don't have enough fuel to do that. Let's ready weapons. Okay, here we go. So, I can pause it. This exclamation up here means we've got incoming from up there. Usually if it's a skull, that means that there's some kind of problem with the terrain. Is going to be dangerous. Oh, there we go. So that actually was a bit of dangerous terrain, but I do see someone else up here. So this one here, I can right click, but only if they are in range will they start shooting. This one here I'm going to have start moving up. Oh, no, never mind. They're going to actually just stay where they're at, I think, and attack this one. This one, in the meantime, will need to move up in order to come within range of this other one. And I'm kind of thinking it might benefit if we just take on the same one together. And this one here can use some of its super-powered Zappy Zap to stun one of these vehicles and reduce some incoming damage. So you can see, it's kind of real-time kind of strategy, and that guy just moved out of the way. And they're going to start laying mines, I think. It's actually a bad thing. So let's have this one drop back and attack here. We'll have this one come back here and try attacking here as well. Oh shoot. Okay, so we've got a mine. You can run these over. Oof. I have a feeling this vehicle here is actually going to end up getting hit by it. Even if I can get this one out of the way, which I don't think that I can. It'll be tough. Now here's another thing that I can do. I can ram into this vehicle, which is actually something I want to do because I see an exclamation mark coming up anyway. So I want to get out of the way. So I could ram them, do some extra damage. Oh, and we both avoided the shot. Okay, which was perfect timing. Just making sure that they're both attacking the same one. This one here, oh, see, he just ran into that, took a huge amount of damage. Almost has his recharge back. We can now take down the shields on this one and stun them, hopefully stopping them from doing too much more for mines in the future. Let's bring these guys up and see if we can actually get them to start taking out these two in the front that are constantly dropping mines. It's really annoying. We have this one come up here, this one come up here, because we've got lots of objects coming in the way. We need to get them out of the way, and they're going to flee because look, you can see the terrain coming in as well. This is going to give us lots of opportunity to move up and start getting close to them once this is out of the way. Alright, bring them over. Oh, this would be perfect. Alright, let's try and move all the way over here. Oh, they ran into it. Nice. Okay, I might leave them there. Just attack these two. This one here can now zap that one. And we've got more objects coming in up north, but I don't think that we need to worry about that too much. Oh, and I think this guy, being stunned. I wasn't sure if he was going to do it or not. Let's move these two a little bit closer so that they're within range, but not too far that they end up running into vehicles. And I need to move them out of the way before that gets out of there. There we go. That was pretty much my first battle. And we get a little bit of loot. We get some fuel. Thank goodness. We get a lot of screws, and we get a chainsaw. Oh, hello. But we can't install this chainsaw right here until we've actually landed. Which it does, as it says here, a retractable weapon that adds extra damage to a ramming attack, which, as you saw, can be very useful, but I find that ramming enemies into areas is a lot more fruitful. Oh boy, this fuel going down is just like killing me here. Alright, there it is. The objective. Let's see if we can get here. And there. Okay. You arrive in a small, decrepit hamlet. Assuming the information your crew member overheard is accurate, the Sasiak tea house should be around here. Look around or ask some locals. Let's ask some locals. Come across a tramp stumbling across the street, loudly singing a song about a fair city where the girls are pretty. You must not be from around here. Let's head over to the tramp. Tramp looks at you fearfully, exclaiming, "Well, go on then, have at me with your biscuits and Rosie Lee. I don't want to live anyway. Not in a brewing world like this where the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Explain you're looking for the Sasiak tea house." Sasiak tea house, that's where Andy and his brew crew hang out. Why anyone in their right mind would want to go there is beyond me, but suit yourself. Tramp points you in the direction of the Sasiak tea house. Great. After some time, you find the tea house you're looking for. Large neon sign sits above the entrance, depicting a woman daintily sipping from a teacup. Some sleazy-looking men wearing smart casual apparel and a variety of hats hang around the entrance. Ooh, it's the Hat Clan. Enter the Sasiak tea house, or talk to the men. Let's talk to the men. You ask them about a hyperdrive stabilizer. They look at you with questioning eyes, one of the men looking particularly dim before they say, "Well, it stands to reason you'll want to speak with Andy. He's inside the tea house now to ginger himself up for tonight." Take me to him. The Sasiak tea house is furniture shaped as scantily clad men and women. Teacups and saucers strategically placed to cover their naughty bits. Loads of people in various states of intoxication are sprawled across the floor, tables and stools. They are clearly serving high tea. You are led to a youthful-looking man with almost cherubic features. Hi there. At last we meet. My name is Andy. My brew crew tell me you lead that big convoy and are in need of a hyperdrive stabilizer. I can help you. It's been a while since I've seen some lashings of the old rough and tumble, which is where you come in. If you can provide me with the excellent excitement and joy of combat, of course I expected this, I'd be happy to give you a hyperdrive stabilizer in return. I consider myself somewhat of a lawkeeper, so let's dish out some justice. Alright, let's do that. Wonderful! Let us traverse these wicked wastelands and kill us some evildoers. Can't wait to see you in action. Brace yourself, Omek Prime. A storm is brewing. And Andy follows you back to your convoy, where he hops on happily and starts entering coordinates to your map. Where are we going? I've been meaning to find a privateer base in the nearby area for quite some time now. They have stirred up quite a lot of trouble. A squad of privateers that I know is part of this particular base has been spotted. We need to head over and discover the location of the privateer base. Move out! Okay, which it's now the opposite side of the map. This is actually somewhat commonplace for half the quests. It sounds easy, and then you get there and then you have to travel all the way back. So nearest camp is 80 kilometers away. Oh. Maybe I go there, because right now I'm running low on fuel and I need to buy some. Scanners pick up several vehicles chasing after your convoy on this main road. It seems as if they are sporting guns that look remarkably like modified ancient cannons. Ooh. Okay. Ready weapons. We're going for it. We're fighting some more raiders. Oh, why is my group way up here? Let's bring them back. I don't want them getting into trouble. Oh shoot! Okay, there's a car in the road. Quickly move over. Okay, whew. So this one here, let's have it come over and attack here. And I can have this one probably drop back and attack this. Meanwhile, this one I'm just gonna have it zap that one straight away before it gets too close to do more damage. Holy crap, that one's got a giant laser beam. Okay. We're gonna just dodge to the side. And this one here is constantly gonna keep shooting at that one. Yep, this is all going okay so far. Yes, they ran into that area. Oh crap, okay. So I'm gonna need to retreat behind here quickly before this comes in. And you need to catch up to them. Thank you. And then you can come back over here and forward and attack this one. And in the meantime, oh, this is perfect. Let's zap this one, keeping them on their current course so that they can't potentially get away. Nice. And you can come back over here and start attacking this one. Oh, nice. Okay. We're going to bring this one over, and the two of them are going to try attacking this one. I don't know if they need line of... This one has a rocket launcher, so I don't think it needs line of sight, but it's not doing so hot. And this one here, we'll wait to use this zap shortly, because it still will reduce their shields, I believe. Uh-oh. This isn't good. You need to get back here ASAP. This one here can still do a zap on this one, maybe. Come on, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Okay, good. We'll have him move up and start shooting them. And this one here can start coming up to try and attack as well. All this junk laying around, all these vehicles are down out of the way. Okay, you need to come up further and attack. And ouch, that was a lot of... Ow! And they're dropping mines. Okay, this guy needs to fall back before I lose him. And that, I think, just finished him off. Thank goodness. Okay. It would appear most of the modified ancient cannons didn't survive the battle. You find some loot in the wrecks, though. Some more fuel, some more parts. A shield Mark 1. Oh. That's nice. Alright then. So as you've seen a little bit about how this stuff works, we've got all the different items or things coming up. The closer you play towards the front, the more dangerous it is, but then you can drop mines if you have mine laying capabilities. Alright, nearest camp. Nearest camp is 60 meters, or meters? 60 kilometers, 34 kilometers. There it is. We're just going to stop here. Okay, camp. Whew. Okay, this one here needs to be repaired. There we go, that's better. And then we're going to check this one out. Needs a little repair. And this needs a little repair. Alright, now that we're done, let's go back and see what we can upgrade. We've got a ramming machine. Oh wait, we've got a yellow one. That's the shield. This one here, I think, they've got a shield Mark 1. Oh no, they don't have any shields at all. Whoop. Now they've got a shield. Oh, look at that. What if I take it off? See, the shield bars are still here, but... Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. Okay, what is this? This is a regular cannon. High damage, long reload, effective against armored targets. So there are different things you need to worry about. The armor, of course, is going to be affected by different weapons. Sometimes you'll have something that'll be super against, unarmored targets and does nothing otherwise. But hey, I can upgrade these further. But right now, let's see what they have in the shop. Because honestly, I don't want this ram or the chainsaw. It doesn't. It does help, but I rarely ram because it also does damage to my own vehicle. So let's try selling this. If you just click it and start dragging it, it'll say scrap for 20, which is great. So that's what I'm going to do. I now have 20 more, and I need to get fuel. Let's buy a whole lot of fuel. I'm sorry, but I need a lot of fuel at this point. I like to keep it above 60 if possible, which means that I can't really afford any of this other stuff. But what do we have? A mine layer, a taunter, which is kind of like you bring all attention to that vehicle instead of your convoy vehicle, which could be useful. But maybe not. Let's check out this one here. I need to increase that handling a little bit more. Oof. Maybe not. That uses up like all my money. Oof. Maybe I increase the armor a little bit, or the range. How far a vehicle can target enemies. 100 range equals 1 square in combat. Gives 100 range, so I can shoot an extra square. This one with 2 weapons on it, that would actually be really important. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to keep the rest of my money, because that's just harsh. Okay. And I think we're good. I don't think that there's much else that I want to do with this. My convoy's been alright. So let's continue on, leaving the camp and heading out. So... we've got, nearest camp is done. Hyperdrive stabilizers 312 kilometers. Oof. Oof, that's going to be a while to get there. So I might try driving as far as I can get. And we'll see what happens. A convoy of vehicles approaches you. The one in front is sporting a skull and bones flag. Seems like a privateer raiding party. You hear them on the radio exclaiming, "Come and get one in the yarbles." If you have any yarbles, you eunuch jelly though. Prepare to fight these clowns. Divert course and outrun them. Supercharge, outrun them. Let's, instead of fighting them, because I'm sure I could. And it's a convoy of vehicles as well. Let's try to divert course and outrun them. Privateers don't show signs of giving up, repeatedly firing their modified cannon at your convoy. There haven't been any more hits, but you don't know how long your luck will last. Okay. So either we turn and fight or we keep driving and try and outmaneuver them, but it wasn't working, so I'm going to turn and fight. We'll do one last one before I end this video. And we'll get to see some of the shield in action, perhaps. Let's see if we can bring it back in here. Alright, they're coming in on the back, so we're going to bring this guy back around. This one is still coming back here. They're going to shoot there. They're going to try and attack this one. It looks like we only have... Oh no, there are more than 2 vehicles. Ouch. Okay, this one here is going to stun that one because they have not fired yet. And this one is shooting that. So here's an example of what we could do. We're going to have them move up next to these ones, keeping them from being able to send mines at the others. This one still doesn't have its charging ability yet. So we're going to try ramming this guy. Smash! As you can see, does a lot of damage. I don't think that I can... Oh, there we go. Smash! It just needs to shoot him at this point, and they should be good. And our main unit needs to just take this one... No. This one out, because I think that one is about to drop mines in front of our main convoy vehicle. Or not. Oh, shoot. This one here needs to get in front. ASAP. Come on, quickly. Okay, and then try ramming this one. The ramming is doing good. Oh, that was nice. This one can shoot that one. Try and finish it. Oh, that's going so well. Alright. And both of you just need to shoot this one, and I think we're good. And I think that finishes off that battle. Just like that. Woohoo! Oh, and we get another chainsaw! Okay, maybe the chainsaw was doing really good. This one vehicle, just with that armor bubble on there, was taking minimal damage. Oh, so good. With that shield. Oh. But there you go. I mean, there's so much more that you can do with this. And you can see, though, how you slowly can upgrade your stuff over time, prioritizing your different parts and abilities, going into an encampment, getting more vehicles. You might be able to buy some in a shop. Might actually start heading down this way. It's a lot of fun. It's progressive, and it's simple, and you can pause it if you want, and I've really been enjoying it a lot. So if you guys have been enjoying this video, please be sure to give a like, comment, subscribe, and don't be afraid to come visit us on Twitch. And always support the Mischief as best you can by telling everybody that you know. Till next time, folks, once more there is the desert, only the desert. See you next time.